Hey now. Yeah, I know I said I was going to take another week off, but I had to get on my shit this week. So let's get this intro started. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Single Chronicles. I am your girl R.S. Lewis, aka Insomniac Writer, and today I have, I guess, a topic fucktivity type of thing. Like, some folks got me messed up, and again, I was going to not record this week. I really didn't want to, but I had to talk about the friend zone and the audacity of the misogyny as well as the privilege. So, if you're new here, make sure you heart, save, favorite this podcast wherever you're listening, or if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified. So, be notified of future videos and stuff. For everyone else, welcome to the Single Chronicles. Hey. Okay, so friend zone, the audacity. And I use the word misogyny in the intro. I know people hate that word. Men really hate that word because they get called on it. Now, I've been called a feminist, a feminazi. Oh, you hate men and this, that, and the third. No. And I'm making sure this is one thing. No, it's you don't have to hate men because you're not interested. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Dudes, and don't give me the whatabouts. Well, what about what females do? What about females do? We'll talk about that later. Address that later. And I have addressed and called females on stuff, but today I'm calling you out on some shit because there is a thing called privilege and there's a thing called entitlement. And when you put those two things together, it equals misogyny. For example, like I said, the friend zone. Hate to piss you off, there's no fucking such thing. Yes, it's a thing, but it's something that's completely made up. Made up by the show Friends. I don't know if you guys watched it. Now, when Friends was out in the 90s, I did not watch it at first. I was a Martin girl. So when Martin was on, that's what I was watching on Thursdays. Then Martin went off the air. Martin and Gina had some beef on behind the camera. Once that went off, I graduated high school the following year, and I was like, you know what? I'm over the summertime. I just watched all the reruns because they were playing them. It had been like syndicated already, so I watched all the reruns and I caught up. The first season, there's an episode with the blackout when all the lights go out in New York. Chandler is stuck in the ATM vestibule with this model chick that he's afraid to talk to because whatever, because it's Chandler. Ross, Rachel, Joey, Phoebe, and Monica, they're back at the apartment. And basically, Joey and Ross are, chit-chatting, yada, yada, yada. After Joey kind of like nonchalantly notices Ross talking to Rachel and trying to console her after like a shitty breakup, another breakup, because she just has poor taste in men. Trust me, I can relate. Joey just says it's never going to happen. And Ross is like, what? He was like, you're in the zone. You're in friend zone. And Ross is like, no, I haven't. I'm not in the zone. So that's when I got wind of what the friend zone was. That situation has been used in other media all over the years. It's been called other things, whatever. But for the most part, that's where it got its terminology as far as I can tell. I don't know if it goes back further than that. But as far as I can tell, that's how far that's where I remember it first hearing it. And then from there it's just kind of like been a thing. Like there are other podcasts that talk about it. And I really want to break down why it's such a BS terminology. First and foremost, and I'm gonna get to this. The reason why I feel it's a bullshit ass terminology and it's a full of shit factor is because, and this is probably going to piss some of y'all off. I don't care. But there's no such thing. It's basically you're just offsetting this privilege that just because you display feelings for another person, that they have the audacity to deny you. Like, how do you deny me? I'm professing my love. You have to choose me. No, I don't. And that's the problem with it. That is the problem. Like I said, it's not that deep, it's not that serious, but the problem with it is that it's the privilege, that thinking that you're entitled to a female just because you profess your love to her, because you tell her you like her, because you whatever. Like, oh, I guess I'm in the friend zone. You should be happy to be a person's friend. Not saying that that's a requirement, but wait a minute, hold up. So you mean to tell me you only befriended me because you thought you would get a shot? Wow. Isn't that kind of quid pro quo-ish? It's kind of fucked up if you think about it. Like, I don't really want to be your friend. I don't really want to be cool with you. I just want to see if I can get in your pants. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's really not that deep. Why are you breaking it down? Why are you being extra? I'm not, but think about it. When you really think about the gist of it, a guy sees a girl, oh, she's pretty. I think I want to get to know her. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with trying to get to know someone that you find attractive and trying to approach them and see where it goes in development. There's nothing wrong with that. However, where it kind of gets a little is the fact that you can be sitting there trying to profess your love and feelings for this girl and trying to get to know, especially if it's not mutual on that aspect. Like, if I already told you from the giddy up and we've been friends and I've already explained to you that we're just friends, we're just cool, I'm not interested, I love you like a bro, cousin, friend, we're just cool, or I respect you as a colleague, and you say sometime down the road that you want more, you feel more, by all means, I'm flattered. Like, I'm gonna be flattered. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, thank you. You see yourself being more than just this with me. I'm gonna feel flattered and honored that you would think so highly of me that you would want me to be your partner. However, it feels kind of entitlement-ish. Like, if you feel kind of entitled when you get kind of upset that those feelings aren't reciprocated. I have the right to like who I like. And I'm going to kind of dive in that a little bit later. I mean, and like I said, it's okay. I'm flattered, especially if you braved it out, risked it all, and just put it out there and shot your shot. Totally okay. That's dope. That's dope that you shot your shot with someone that you like, but it doesn't mean that they owe you a chance. They don't owe you anything, and that's the problem with entitlement. People think, oh, it's a preference, it's this, it's that. No, it's entitlement. Nobody owes you a chance. Just because I can fill out a resume, send it to a job that I think I'm qualified for, and I don't have the right to feel some type of way if they hire somebody else. I'm not entitled to that job. Like, it's not other clients, people that are applying for that job. What makes you think that you are better? Especially, look, if you couldn't sell yourself to the person, the HR person interviewing you, or whoever is interviewing you for the job versus everyone else, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you got to make yourself marketable and appealing to whoever it is you're trying to attach yourself to. So if there's something in you that a person isn't attracted to or doesn't like about you, then move along. It's not that deep. There's more fish in the fucking sea. You can play the long game, I guess. And like, if you but it feels dishonest and false that if you're only my friend because you want to see where it goes, that kind of is fucked up if you think about it. But at the end of the day, those are your feelings and you're entitled to them. But again, I don't have to give you a chance. I don't. And I've had guys get in my DMs, well, why you don't want to give me a chance? And damn, I've been fucking with you for this. Like, so you've only been my friend or supporting me because you thought that would get you closer to my drawers? What? Hello, deep. I don't owe you shit. Now, if you choose to support me, to patronize me because I am a business owner or I have something that you want, I don't want my friends to support me just because they're my friends. I want you, yes, and the support doesn't have to be monetary. I want you to do it because you really think what I'm doing is worthwhile. Like, I say, okay, yeah, you can peep it and be like, hey, yo, my friend has this. Like, you can introduce me to other people just like I can introduce you to other people and say, hey, here's my friend, they're single, they're looking, yada, yada, yada. Maybe y'all two might hook up. Maybe it might work out. That's one thing. Same thing with business endeavors. Nobody owes you their patronage. Nobody owes you their connection, a chance, support. They don't owe you anything. If I'm your friend, you're my friend, why does it have to come with stipulations? And I had to learn that. It takes and this is something, again, I'm not saying women aren't entitled. I'm not saying, it's just a male thing. This is a male thing in this particular situation that I'm discussing. But at the end of the day, I'm not entitled to patronize you, support you, promote you. At the end of the day, as a fellow entrepreneur, I support, I patronize, and I promote my fucking self. And I cast the net. Now, my friends decide, hey, they want to give me a play, perfect. Somebody that I don't know wants to give me a play, hey, that's perfect. Same thing in relationships. Nobody owes you anything. And that is the problem with the entitlement with people today. They feel that just because they do X, Y, and Z, they're owed A, B, and C. Nope. I don't owe you anything. If you're supporting me by purchasing something to me, you're getting something out of it. I'm not giving shit away to you. Now, if I do, it's a promotional thing. It's just like if a company is giving away, what was it I was watching? Like they were giving away t-shirts. T-shirts, people wear t-shirts. It's promotional because it has the thing on it. Matter of fact, State Farm was giving away. This is my insurance company. Was my insurance company. I remember they would give me little trinkets and cool things. I got a protein shake maker, a water bottle, a coffee mug. I got all this stuff from State Farm in the years that I was a customer to them. These were promotional products that they gave me because I had their logo on it. However, these are items that I use. So it was almost a quid pro quo. Yeah, you're giving me freebies, but I can still use these things, or I can give it to someone else that needs it. Now, with that being said, if I give people, like I give out Single Chronicle teas often because it helps promote the brand. I'm not mad at my friends that don't listen to the show. I should not feel entitled to make my friends do it. Now, you can share it to someone you think, you can let it play and it's free. I'm not asking you to do anything, so that's fine. You don't have to come to my classes. You can share it with someone else. Hey, you looking for a Zumba class? Oh, what I know is girl, she teaches da-da-da-da-da. You don't owe me anything, no. And that's the problem with entitlement. That's not your friendship. You shouldn't be my friend just because you feel that I owe you something or you feel that you can get something out of it or whatever the case may be. No, that's not friendship at all. That's actually probably the opposite. Friends just look out just because they want to, not because they feel obligated to. You should not be obligated to do anything. I shouldn't be obligated to do anything. And that's last time, 2 weeks ago, we talked about saying no. I don't have to tell you yes. I don't have to accept your advances romantically. I don't have to buy your things. Like there are plenty of people that sell things that I have no need for. Why am I going to buy it? Now, I'll share the information with someone that can potentially be a customer, but I remember one of my friends was selling like steak dinners and stuff. I don't eat meat. What the fuck am I buying it for? It's just going to sit there. Now, in this particular case, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to get Hazel some steak because she eats steak. She's a dog. I'm not eating it. You getting patronized. And they were like, but damn, you could have posted it on your page. I don't eat this. If I'm promoting a vegetarian lifestyle, that's not something that I want to put out there. I'll support you because I can't promote you because ethically what you're doing kind of goes against what I feel morally or whatever. So that's that. Same thing with other things that people do. Like I'm in a fitness thing and people are like, oh yeah, I'm selling these waist trainers. Can you tell your students? No, because I clearly tell my students not to wear waist trainers, that I feel that they are more of a detriment to their health than not. So I don't tell people, I don't promote that type of stuff. I'll say, hey, if that's what you want, I know someone that sells it. If someone comes up to me, or I say, hey, I have students that wear them. Now, I tell my students not to wear them, but if you want to tell them to wear it, if you want to sell it, if that's what they want, fine. I just tell them don't wear them in my class. What you do when you walk out of my class is your business. But it is what it is. Anyway, when you feel that entitlement and that someone is obligated to receive those advances, to be your friend, to be more than friends and yada, 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 without it just taking its course naturally, it negates the validity of the friendship, because you're only friends, like I said earlier, because you want to get a shot. And first and foremost, all relationships should be based on some type of level of friendship anyway. Whether it's professional, it doesn't have to be, it can be formal or informal, but it should be some type of, from like the formality should at least be cordial and non-hostile, so to speak. Like my manager, for example, we don't go out after work to happy hour, but we have a good professional rapport. We might be able to have small talk about things in the news or whatever, whatever. But for the most part, there is no weird tension when we both walk in the building. Like, how you doing? How you doing? Have a good night. Have a good weekend, that type of stuff. There's a friendly rapport. There's a mutual respect. So even if it's informal, like if it's formal like that, or if it's informal where it's like romantically close, or whatever the case might be, depending on the level of how you know the person, it's it's open and it's honest. Now, can two friends become lovers? Yeah, I think actually I actually support when it's friends dating each other and getting to know each other and progressing. I date that. I fully support that. However, if it's one of those it kind of happened type of situations, perfect. It is what it is. If it's one person says, I want to take that chance and you agree to that, perfect. If you decide that you have feelings or you develop these feelings for someone, you can't help that. I'm not always going to tell you, oh, you wrong for having these feelings. No, that's not what I said. It's okay if you have these feelings. You can't help. Like, you start thinking about the person and yada, yada, yada. And I've actually talked about this on my show before. Should you shoot your shot? Be honest. Let them know, look, I do feel some type of way about you. It's totally fine. However, you can't get mad if those feelings aren't reciprocated. Because if you're my friend and I'm your friend, you know, I still love you. I don't love you like that, but I still love you. You still my homie. And it is what it is. Because friends are the people that you can be vulnerable with. You can be honest without any preconceptions. I can tell you things without you judging me, and vice versa. That's what friends are. Friends don't make you feel some type of way contingent on what you prefer, what you believe. Like I have friends that are like anti-gay because it's like a whole big thing now. And the crazy thing about it, like, I'm a part of this community. So, and there are some things within the community that I don't conform to, that I don't believe in, that are just, that I don't relate to. So I'm like, it is what it is. But that doesn't mean that people within the community, just because I'm not, like, I'm not transgender, for example. So there are things within the trans community, within the whole entire LGBTQ plus community, that I don't understand, or it doesn't pertain to me. I just respect it and keep it pushing. Just like I'm not a Muslim, I'm not Christian, I'm not Buddhist or anything like that. I'm a Jew. I'm a Hebrew. So with that being said, this is a heritage and a faith that I follow. Regardless of such, I respect other people's way of life. If that's a way of life that brings them peace emotionally and spiritually, I support that. I don't have to conform to it. I don't have to join that religious organization to support it. I'm over here. Hey, do you? As long as what you're doing doesn't affect me, what business is it of mine? Like, people have this thing, and it's this, like, I have a friend, and like, I had to check him like yesterday, like, yo, bro, you are homophobic. No, I'm not. I posed this question, and we were talking about like jobs. I said, would you hire some? I said, we were talking about Chick-fil-A, and I made a joke over a post, and he was like, yeah, Chick-fil-A being homophobic about not serving or hiring gay people. And it was like a joke. I mean, Chick-fil-A, regardless of how the owner feels about the homosexuality thing pertaining to his religion, that is his opinion. However, it's a franchise organization. There are gay people that work at Chick-fil-A. There are gay people that eat at Chick-fil-A. I don't eat there because I don't eat chicken no more. But I used to. Ain't got nothing to do with that. First of all, McDonald's is probably one of the places that got the best PR in the business. But their food is shit. So I'm not going to eat there. If I was going to eat fast food, I would choose one or the other. Not saying fast food is good for you, but if you're going to choose fast food, choose one that's a little less GMO-ish, I guess. I don't know. But that's the point that I'm trying to make. The point is that with them doing that, like, it's a joke, but we all know at the end of the day, they're not going to do that because that's against the fucking law. Anyway, he was like, that's not homophobic. That's nobody's scared. That's a preference. No, that's illegal is what it is. If you don't hire someone on the basis of a handicap, race, gender, sexuality, creed, beliefs, religion, all those things that you choose to believe in, that is against the law. It's just like me telling me, if I own a business and I tell a person, you, like the whole vaccine thing, everybody was kind of on like both sides of it, like, oh, if you don't do it, you're not this, and if you do it, you're this. It was like a whole big fight, and we could not agree to disagree. I'm like this: if you choose to get it, good for you. If you choose not to get it, good for you. Make sure you do some stuff to keep from spreading it, and that's fine. That's how I felt about it. That's no different than anything else, but I'm not going to knock anybody else for their choices. It's the same thing, or how they feel. In terms of gender, sexuality, and the whole male entitlement thing that I was getting to, the fact of the matter is that what someone does when they're not in your presence isn't your fucking business. And I even said it like, so would you not hire or fire someone because of their sexual orientation, even if they were qualified for the job? Yeah, because that's a preference. That's fucked up. I said, do you not? That's like what women had to go through. We're not going to hire you because you're a woman. So you don't think I can do this job because I have a vagina, or you just don't think I can do this job because I don't have the experience or education? No, you just don't have a vagina, so you can't do it. Just like race, you can't do it because you're black. Like, when you discriminate people based off of a characteristic they cannot change or they cannot help or otherwise, but it has nothing to do with the thing, that is a phobic fear, that is a ignorance, that is a prejudice. It's not a preference. I prefer, when I ate chicken, I prefer fried chicken to baked chicken. Did that mean that I hate baked chicken? No, that just meant I preferred one over the other. Did I stop eating baked chicken? No, I just ate fried chicken a little bit more than I had baked chicken. That's no different than anything else. If you are qualified to do the job that you're doing, doesn't make you a homophobe. That makes you kind of fucking racist, sexist, or phobic if you decide to disqualify a group of people because they fall in something that you're not. It's fucking called misogyny, toxicity, entitlement, privilege, and whatever. It's fucking fucked up. And I told him, I questioned him, I said, yo, he was like, I don't hate gay people. You know, I'm cool with you. Like, yo, you know, when we call white people, excuse my white friends, but when we call white people out on racist shit and they don't be accountable for it, they sit up and say, oh, well, I got black friends. That doesn't make you not racist because you happen to like one person. So, you're allowed to have a preference, but being entitled to certain things, I'm not going to be around these people because they do some shit that I don't personally like, but it has nothing to do with me. That's fucked up. Now, if what I'm doing affects you negatively, physically, whatever, mentally, emotionally, like if it affects you in some shape, way, form, or fashion, aside from the fact that you just hate it, that's kind of fucked up. Like, I know one's telling you to be with a gay person. No one's telling you to be with a trans person. So they're just saying you're allowed to have a preference, but when it comes to certain things like that, that's kind of fucked up. Like, I would never tell somebody, oh, you can't work for me because you're this or that. Now, we have stereotypes. We have those types of things that are fucked up. But at the end of the day, yo, you can't just disqualify people because of that. Now, that's the opposite of the entitlement spectrum, but it still kind of stems from some ignorance, you know? And I just had to talk about those two things. I guess y'all got two topics today, but the other thing was just kind of on my mind. Dudes and ladies too. Just because you are interested, I'm going back to the original topic that this was. Just because you're interested, baby, does not mean I owe you or someone owes you anything. Stop it with the obligations and the entitlement because it's fucked up and it makes us as humans look bad. We're supposed to have all this intellect and intelligence. Yeah, we walking around stupid, just stupid. It's stupid. So that's all I wanted to say today. I think I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to wrap things up. Anyway, guys, on to the writer's reflection and the business of the, do I have a business of the day? I don't think that I do. But anyway, on to this week's promo. Okay, so this week's promo is brought to you by me. Twerk out class. I got a twerk out class and I teach a Zumba class. Only reason why I'm promoting myself again this week is because I originally wasn't going to film anything this week. I was actually going to take another week off from the podcast because it's still Passover. Passover actually ends Saturday night, but I wanted to, just take another day off. But I just had some stuff on my brain, y'all. So anyway, on to the positivity. I am promoting my classes, Zumba and Twerk Out. I teach both. I also teach a Twerk Out booty camp that will be coming in the summertime to help you get fit and strong for the summer and all year round. Now, a lot of people are intimidated by Zumba because it's a lot of cardio. A lot of people are intimidated by twerking because it can come off as ratchet. But I'm here to let you know that Zumba classes are the funnest way to get exercise in, get Fitbit steps in, yada, yada, yada. It's just dope. Doing Twerk Out is actually not just a regular twerk class, because this class actually implements more traditional fitness variations such as planks, squats, push-ups, lunges. We do all the other traditional exercises that you would do in the gym, but we add some twerk, add some sass to it. So definitely come and check me out. The classes are taught in 2 locations. I'm in North Philly at the King Center, 2101 Cecil B. Moore, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Thursdays at 7 p.m. I'm in West, right off of City Avenue, 2745 North 47th Street. Come on, check me out. Classes are really, really inexpensive. And you get some wellness juices that I offer too. So definitely worthwhile. That's your promo for the week. I'm your girl RS. Now to the writer's reflections. So, the writer's reflection. Actually, today is the accountability corner because I want to call people on the lack of accountability that they have and the things that they say, the things that they do. We have to hold ourselves accountable for all things. Not just the things that we eat, not just the things that we wear, whatever. We got to hold ourselves accountable for the things that we say. Not just do, because people think, oh, I don't do this, that, and the third, I'm a good person. Sometimes you might say something that is out of the way and extra and unnecessary. Sometimes you might display something that is not your place to say. And it happens more than people care to admit. And it's okay if you have feelings for someone. It's no one is telling you to deny feelings. You can't help who you like. However, don't expect those same feelings to be reciprocated, because at the end of the day, nobody owes you anything. Not that person. We don't owe you a dang thing. So I may feel like I like a friend or a stranger, whoever. If I'm not their type, that's okay. You're allowed to not want to be with me. That is not misogyny or anything like that. That right there is a preference. The same way it goes both ways. Just the same way that I'm not for everyone. Everyone is not for me. So we have to allow ourselves to be accountable in that stand. Now, does that give me the right to discriminate you, make you feel bad, isolate you, or treat you wrong because you're not my type? No. I'm not saying we can't be friends because of, me not liking you or in having the same romantic feelings. That's okay. You're allowed to not do that. What isn't cool is if you say, oh, she's a bad person because she's black, or she's this, she's tall, and she's that. Like, to make a stereotypical assumption about people is wrong, and we have to get away from doing that. We have to take away this misogynistic entitlement that we got. And it's not always just men. In this particular episode, yes, because it was a man that, actually was more than one man that inspired that. Like, I had someone in my DMs upset at me because I turned them down. And the honest thing about it was that it wasn't them personally. It was anybody. I'm not looking for anybody right now. Right now, I'm focused on a whole lot of other stuff. Relationship is just not one of them. It's back burner. Not saying it doesn't there. It's not there, or I'm not thinking about it, but it's not 100% top priority. And that is okay. That's my right. That's my privilege. Or not privilege, I hate the word. That is my right and my business to object to things, to object people. Saying no is self-care. Now, saying no to someone on the basis of, like, what I tell an Uber driver, you can't drive me around because you're a man. Men drive aggressively. That is a generalized stereotypical statement. Would I tell someone, oh, I can't let you do this because you're this race? No, now that's fucked up. But I can say, when it involves me personally and how I get through, like, a relationship is different than me being your boss. Like, I'll hire somebody, like the same ones that are my friends or whatever. I can hire them and say, hey, you want to work for Love Yourself Wellness? You want to help me with these podcasts? You want to come to a class? That's fine. But I don't want to be with you romantically, because right now I'm not dating anybody. I am healing and finding myself and focusing on my dreams and goals for the first time in forever. So right now I'm just on the top of a relationship. But anything else is just, that's a valid response. And I'm owed that. I'm okay. I'm not asking for any special treatment or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm owed the chance to just do what I got to do first. Get what I got to get out the way. Clean house, all that good stuff. You're not entitled to my affection because you're my friend, or because you told me you felt a certain type of way. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm flattered. I like that. I really do. I think that when someone thinks highly of me, I appreciate it. Doesn't matter if those high feelings are emotion or romantic or otherwise. I'm flattered, honestly. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm returning that favor or I feel the same way. And I'm sorry that I don't. I can't help who I like or don't like. And you can't force it either. You can't. We have to stop saying, oh, the friend zone, the friend zone. You shouldn't be friends with a person just because you might get a shot. Then that means you never really wanted to be my friend just to be my friend. Kind of negates the validity of that friendship. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys tune in next week. Maybe next week I'll take a break. I don't know. Every time I turn around. But, you know, something just gets in my ear and I get a Mike Tyson moment. No, I'm not going to try to condone violence. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, make sure you favorite, heart, whatever you got to do to save this podcast and come back to it. Or like, comment, subscribe on YouTube so you'll be notified of future videos and stuff. And make sure you follow me on social media at insomniac_writer on Twitter and Instagram, except for Twitter it's just an N and then, you know, no I in the front. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys, but I want to end this like I end all my shows, and that is be awesome, be you, but above all else, love yourself. All right, guys, take care. I'm out of here.